Hello, swivel heads. It's Greg Allison. Solar storms have arrived again. A lot of people are worried about these storms. Let me throw some more light in here. A lot of people are worried about these storms because these are strong storms. In fact, I got friends. Oops. I got friends down in Alabama taking pictures of Aurora right now. My friend Bill Brown. I can't get this light to stay. Sorry, guys, for the chaotic start here. I'm just trying to get this video going. I got friends in Alabama taking pictures of these lights right now, and I went outside to see if I could see them, and the sky was red, like red clouds to the north. So I think I'm looking at them, but it's not as good as the pictures he's getting. So y'all tell me, are y'all seeing aurora in your area? These storms are going to be probably strong G4 storms, not the G5 storms like we had in 10 to 12 May of 2024. So these probably won't be quite as strong as those. Those were seen all the way to the 40 Keys, but still those weren't strong enough to take out our power grid, fortunately, or do any real damage. So maybe some, there are some comms. There'll be some comms issues and a few issues here and there, and there could be a bigger issue, but I wouldn't expect anything major out of this storm. This should be taken more as a warning shot because we are on the downside of the solar cycle, and it's quite often on the downside of the storm solar cycle that you get the biggest storms. Now, bear in mind, when these sunspots were turned on the other side of the sun, facing our dear green friend, Three Eye Atlas, it shot out some very powerful CMEs then, which could have been very disruptive had it been facing us. Now, fortunately, these sunspots are beginning to turn away. So we'll have a look at them. So we're going to go into this stuff in a minute and look at it more analytically. So hang on, guys. Let's do a share screen. And hang on. Is that where I want to be? Nope. We want to be over here. Hang on. There we are. And here we are. So we're at space weather here. So let's look at the sunspot. The offending sunspot is 7274. And it's a biggie. We've talked about this one, in a couple days ago when it was coming at us. And now it's going back around the other side, fortunately. So let's hope the next time it comes around, it will be diminished. That's what we're hoping for, that we won't see it looking so big, bright, and ugly. So any of you other guys seeing this stuff? All right. Judy seen it in Ohio. I bet you did. Uh, I'm in DFW, but I missed Sunset. Oh, DFW. The airport down there, or Dallas Fort Worth area. You might go see if you can get away from the city. It's been reported some people have seen it in Texas. So we sit here in Tennessee. Okay, guys. So this is a very significant solar storm. I did walk outside and I said to the north, I saw what looked like red clouds. It didn't have the veil look that I normally anticipate, but you can see here the neutron meter went off for some of these storms when that X5 flare came out of the sun at 72, sunspot 7274. You can see it right there light up. It's right here. You can see this big neutron count shoot up here. Let's see if we can open this up. Pressure corrected data. So I'm not sure what is on the on the y-axis here. The x-axis is hours. So we can see what it's done. It's pretty strong. If you come down to the current aurora chart, you can see it right here. So even though it's bright red, that's where it is overhead. Now these extend way up into the above the atmosphere. That's how you can see it from further south. Looking north is just the fact that it extends so far up above the atmosphere. Boy, I bet if I was at Fort Greely right about here, I'd be getting some good auroras tonight. And it may get more intense over there a little bit later. So that's interesting. So if we come back over here, we can see the so 3 chronograph looks like it is maxed out pretty much. A lot of particles, a lot of noise here as that stuff is going by it. That's the charged particles causing excitement to it. Now the flares themselves don't damage satellites, but the CMEs can. And we got three CMEs in it that we're training. One of them's done come through, maybe the second one. So this is what we're looking at, my friends. We got only a 55% chance class of an X flare. We've already had it. So much for that prediction. So yeah, we can see the asteroid reports coming up. It's always a lot of red stuff in the past. So let's look. Anything else? Nothing alarming coming up. There's never anything alarming coming up. It's always, oops, there went one. Oops, just went past us. Anyway, so today's X5 class solar flare from the sunspot 72, 74 hurled a full fuselage of energetic protons toward Earth. Some of these particles are so powerful they're penetrating the atmosphere all the way to the ground. Ooh, this is a very significant effect, all the way to the ground, says Professor Clive Dyer of the Space Survey Center. Neutron monitors all around the world are detecting it all the way to the ground. Energetic protons, because that can interfere with your electronics. Wow, says that people are sending in Colorado, New Mexico, Texas. Well, yeah, so yeah, my buddy Bill Brown just sent me some good pictures from Alabama. So let's see what a G4 is. This is the second highest level of a solar storm. G5 is the highest, and the ones we had back in May were low G5s. Low G5s. A Carrington event would be a higher G5. Anyway, power grid systems possible widespread voltage control problems, and some protective systems will mistakenly trip out key assets from the grid. Some systems. Spacecraft operations may experience surface charging and tracking problems. Corrections may be needed for orientation problems. Other systems induce pipeline currents. Yeah, you be careful if you go out and touch a pipeline, you might get shocked. Affect preventative measures, high frequency radio propagation, sporadic, satellite navigation degradation for hours, low frequency radio navigation disrupted. That would be the signals to command our nuclear submarines, by the way. I hope somebody don't think, oh, this is the time to hit America. Let's hope not. And aurora have been seen as low as Alabama and Northern California. Yeah, I've seen them. I have seen them. All right, it's funny they put Alabama in there, but I darn sure haven't seen them from Alabama. But then again, there's a solar observatory at Marshall Space Flight Center. They got quite a solar science center there. That's probably why Alabama got mentioned. So yeah, I got some friends that if they're not retired already, they're working there and probably real active tonight. One being astronomer Dr. Rob Suggs, a good friend of mine from way back in the Space Station Freedom days. Anyway, guys, here we are. This is some of the flux data from the X-ray flux coming out as detected by the GOES satellite earlier today that showed three trains on here. I guess one of them has already hit us and expired. So this is, the hours, November 11th and 12th. It's sort of the 12th in some places. Not where I'm at. Universal mean time, I guess. Greenwich mean time, I guess. All right, I'm having trouble advancing my tabs because the app is fighting me. This is the geospace geomagnetic activity plot. And you can see it kind of went off the chart here a little bit ago. Here in this chart right here. This is your KP index. A lot of you heard of KP index before. It's up in the red right now. So there it is, way up there. So just, to kind of put things in perspective, we can look at the solar cycles. And we'll go to the chat room here in a little bit. And we might remember monitor minimum, very little going on. Well, we're not in a grand solar minimum, guys. I mean, just knock knock. We had a G5 storm back in May of last year, and we're having this storm this year. So, and we've seen a bunch of stuff on the other side of the sun. Anybody thinking we're still in a grand solar minimum? We might have been heading toward one, but this cycle seems to be an aberration against that. And you can see the cycles were declining through cycle 24. We're in cycle 25, and cycle 25 is shaping up to be bigger than cycle 24. They thought it was going to be weaker, but it's not. And I did do a synopsis of papers a couple of astronomers put out back several years ago talking about why this cycle would be stronger. And they were right. They were correct. In spite of a lot of other predictions. Those guys were right. I put it out there, and that's what's taking place. Anyway, so if you just kind of look at the overall history of these solar cycles, you can see we've had strong points in the past. Way back here, there was really powerful cycles, up and down. 9,000 years ago, and again before Jesus, and then recently picking pretty high and then down and coming back up apparently. So if you look at it in this way, you can see the Maunder minimum, the Spore minimum, the Wolf minimum, the Oort minimum, and medieval maximal. Now, here's what a lot of people point out, that the solar cycles tend to correlate to temperatures on the surface. This was also the late medieval warm period when the Vikings called Greenland Greenland. Of course, that was a market employee, but it sure was a lot greener then than it was now. So, and you can see that, and we know it has been even warmer in periods further in the past. So you can see we had been on quite an uptick, but this don't go all the way through the year 2000. It's come back down and gone back up again. So that's not a complete data set by any stretch of the imagination. Uh, and here you can see cycle 25 in this chart coming up. And this isn't the latest data, by the way. This is a cut back probably about a year ago. So if you go back and look at, let's see, should be a cycle 25 right here. You can see here it's already shaping up to be higher than cycle 24. And we're supposedly on this down curve here, but looks like we got another peak. I think we've double peaked here. I think that's what it is. This was our May of 10th to 12th of 24 solar storms right here. I think we're probably right in this level here right about now. Maybe we'll see what they show on this when they update it. All these charts on Wikipedia they're terrible about updating them. So that just gives you some idea of what we're looking at. An interesting thing is that typically as your solar cycle goes along and starts maturing and petering out, the sunspots tend to move down to the equator of the sun. And let's see if we can see that on here somewhere. There should be yeah. So early in the cycle, they're near the poles, and as the cycle matures, they go closer. This is the zero line. This is the zero latitude. You see they're going closer and closer and closer to the equator, closer and closer and closer to the equator. Well, this is not the latest data. But what's interesting is the sunspots we're looking at right now are actually, some of them are close to the equator. A lot of them right here are close to the equator now. But this guy up here, he's still pretty far to the north, surprisingly so for where we're at in this solar cycle. And that's a big one. So there we are. Interesting data on that. What do y'all make of that stuff, guys? So just a funny thing to have a look at. There's a lot of data in here. But like I said, some of this data is not quite updated. It's a little bit old. They're not really good on updating this stuff fast enough, unfortunately, but they'll get around to it. Carrington event. This is the one the kind of event we worry about, something that could take down our power grid today. Occurred from 1 to 2nd of September 1859, and caused sparking and even fires in telegraph stations. Not all of them caught fire, but some of them did, probably from sparking, catching paper on fire, maybe where the wires went through the holes in the walls back in the day. They had just a glass insulator in the wall, not as sophisticated as our wiring today in insulation. but our wiring insulation may not look so good. Now, this is the July 2012 storm. Who knows? Maybe this was what the Mayan calendar was all about. This been facing us, uh, we would have been fried. It was as strong as the Keratin event just in 2012. 2012 was supposed to be doomsday, was it not? And I believe it was around July was supposed to be the end of the world according to Mayan calendar. Well, we just barely missed that guy. We just barely missed it. Is that not interesting? So let's be happy doomsday didn't come in 2012. So we got a little time. You got a little more time to get your preps in order. So earthquakes aren't that bad right now. There's a new little one off Kamchatka. Tabitha Sco really, she's one of the best on predicting and talking about these solar storms. And she was talking today and says, "Hey, there's no correlation." She says there's no correlation between earthquakes and the solar storms. She checks earthquakes and the storms, they both. Now we got one in Big Cabin, Oklahoma. I wonder if our friends from Oklahoma are in the house right now. Jason Avers, you with us tonight? Maybe you can tell us about that one. How big was that one? That was 2.6. 2.6. And the Puerto Ricans are dancing as usual. Anyway, that's enough for that stuff. Let's stop the share. I'm going to go into the chat room, see what you guys are having to say about all this. So you can tell me, what are y'all seeing tonight? What's out there in your neck of the woods, folks? Hey, Rodney's down under. He's already up and at it. Hey, it's not your lunchtime, is it? Maybe we came in your breakfast time for a change. I got in early. Zen jamming. First one in the house. All right, Traveler One. Annette Garangas. Hello again. KP Heathen, good to see you. Gerald Carr, Senior. Richard Carr, excuse me. All right, good to see you. Val, hadn't seen you in a while. This 08, okay. Jays. Judy Dowell, good. We got it 1 second after. How you doing? Yeah, that live stream over on Galactic Greg's was really a premiere from our pre-recorded video. Red over Piedmont, North Carolina. Hey, Diana, too. Red and some green in Southwest Ohio. Southwest Ohio. Okay, Judy, green. Cool. It's my cell. Is this why my cell phone reception is bad? It could be, David. Could be. Could be. Hey, Lady Daggerstadt, it's good to see you again today. Nippy for NF4L, whatever that means. NF4L. Trying to read that for real or something. Jason Smith, good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a while, Jason. I get the other Smith, Arnold Schmidt, a lot more now. Traveler, Stan Granville. AG. Oh, Hillbilly. How you doing, buddy? Through Milands. You're early tonight. Yeah, well, I'm not showing a ton of news. We'll talk about news a little bit, but I'm not showing a ton of articles. It takes a long time to get all that stood up. And so tonight, though, the solar storms, I just thought it was important to come on here fast because a lot of people are worried about it. This isn't something to be afraid of right now, but it should be taken as a warning shot to get ready to prepare. That's the takeaway message from this. This is just saying, hey, this solar cycle could still get us. So be aware, prepare. That's what it's all about, guys. That's why we're like, hey, Arnold Schmidt is in the house. We got both Schmidts. We got a pair of Schmidts in the house, guys. All right. Been a while since we had you both in here. Oh, yeah. Thank you to all you veterans. And I'm one of you. Due to centrifugal force, do the sunspots move toward the equator? It's not the centrifugal force. It's got to do with the way the magnetic fields in the sun work. It's just how they change over the season as the sun flips its own magnetic field. Let's see. Oh, what 1:46 p.m. Oh, I guess it's supper instead of lunch you're normally eating with us. Okay. Thank you, Jason Smith, for calling the thumbs up. California Okie. Hey, Greg, Lord, I miss East Logan County. Okay. Where you at now? John Cole's in the house. Colonel Cole, how you doing? On my way out to observe the coronal mass ejection react with some NFL picks. Yeah, Bill Brown's been sending me some from Alabama already. So y'all might want to run out and take a look, guys. People are reporting the northern lights as far south as northwest Florida. Okay, well, that's interesting. Carrington event was an X-43. Yeah, this Carrington event was huge, whatever it was huge. Hey, Hawaii girl, how you doing? Aloha. Thank you, AG. All shields are weaker now, though. That's right. That's the critical thing is our magnetic field strength is growing weaker. The South Atlantic anomaly is growing a lot larger. I need to do a report on that or add it to the article stream we talk about. Our satellites are seeing increasing vulnerabilities as they go through the South Atlantic anomaly. We may start losing a bunch of them. Another thing is the solar activity heats the upper atmosphere of the Earth. The sun gets us active, the atmosphere gets hotter. As the atmosphere gets hotter, it expands. As it expands, it starts taking out some of the low Earth orbit satellites. So we may see it raining Starlinks. I think the last time this happened in 2024, there were a lot of Starlinks that fell out of the sky. So you might see some shooting stars, and there may be Starlink satellites here in the next couple of nights. So yeah, the space weather is auroras and shooting Starlinks. How's that for space weather? I'm in a canyon and I get to see a little of the northern lights. Okay, in a canyon. Yeah, then you're kind of walled off on both sides a little bit. I guess you don't get good sunsets or sunrises, do you? If you're in the middle of the canyon, depending on which way the canyon runs. Does your canyon run north, south, or east, west, Colorado, Jan? Kind of curious. Yeah, when you're down in the mountains, I went to, I lived in Paint Rock Valley for a while, and I was kind of in a valley between Skyline Mountain and what was the name of the mountain behind me? Tipton, I think. No, Tipton was in that mountain. I shouldn't forget. It was 1,700 feet high, drop behind me. And I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'm in Oregon too. All right, Oregon. Well, Val, I don't believe we've seen him in a while. So that's a good thing about coming here earlier. I get to see a few people. I've seen it one time. It was on my bucket list. I'm staying inside where it's warm. Oh, well, Helsmer. Well, I saw a lot of them when I lived in Alaska. Holy smoke. I saw a lot of Aurora Borealis. Hey, we got Sweden in the house. Very good. How you doing? Maria Ekman. All right, big hugs from Sweden. Big hugs to you too. Thank you. All righty. So since we're early, we might get some surprises tonight. Let me check my email. We'll talk a little bit about the war fronts tonight, but we're not going to go into great depth on it here. So, talking about Starlink, I got a email telling me I was going to get a mini from Starlink. They want me to subscribe at $5 more a month for a mini to take with me when I travel. Jesse Mills is in the house. Very good, Jesse. Can you see anything, Jesse, from where you're at? I went out and I saw a little reddish up north, like clouds. My friends in Alabama are getting some really spectacular pictures of aurora from there in North Alabama. We just had reports of them in northwest Florida in the Panhandle area. Right now, the auroras are mostly being detected by camera. Tomorrow, we should be able to see them naked eye better. Yeah, I was already expecting better storms tomorrow, so I was surprised to see that we're already getting things tonight. So yeah, tomorrow may be a better day. Tomorrow may be a better day for again. I don't expect these storms are going to be intense enough to cause any real problems to the power grid, but you can take these as a warning shot again that you need to be prepared in case our grid does go down, and it could go down for good if we fry these big transformers, guys. If we get too many of them fried, it's over. That's simple. So you need to get your preps in order. Do it. don't waste time about it. I keep talking to you guys about that. I'm working right now to get a wood stove set up to heat my house here. If I do that, then I could pretty much survive. I can pretty much get by. You can see red and green without a camera. All right, very good. My camera is not that good. It's at least the one on my phone. It's not really picking up anything. Although I did get with the same phone, I did get some last time we had some storms like this. So on the war front, we'll talk about that just briefly. We got the USS Carrier, the USS Ford, Gerald Ford, heading. It's almost down to the Venezuela area and the operational area. Some of its advanced boats were already there. Uh, the pressure has really been picked up on Venezuela. We can expect something maybe breaking there. Something may be happening any day, tomorrow, next day, who knows when things can be breaking loose. Just let them stow. Sounds good, Judy. Things could be red roar in Sweden. I bet. I bet. I'd love to see that. I bet they're looking good in Sweden. So, um, in Europe, Ukraine has hit some more oil fields and Russia with their drones, long range drones, and they've also used their new Flamingo missile, which caused a really big detonation. And apparently, they had a 1 ton TNT equivalent warhead on it, and it caused a really big explosion, as it would. That's what the V2 rocket used to carry, is a 1 ton warhead. So, and Russia is taking advantage of the fog to move in and close in some areas when some where the Ukrainians can't use drones. But I saw a video of that, and these guys are moving in all kind of vehicles and just makeshift vehicles, and some of them like civilian cars with doors out and stuff. They're not looking like great. I was really surprised to see some of the stuff they were moving in. U.S. Navy versus fast boats carrying dope. Yeah, that's yeah. The Gerald R. Ford is a little bit of overkill to be interdicted in drug boats. Something may indeed be going down in there. You hadn't see anything, Jesse? Okay. I was outside a little bit early. I don't know if I can see anything now, but I just saw a lot of red clouds to the north. And I know Holbrook don't put out that much light, and it's over that way, not that way. So, so I'm expecting that, and I haven't seen it quite like that. So I'm expecting that was some of the effect, but it wasn't that spectacular here. I've been getting good photographs from Bill Brown, my buddy. He's been on my, I've interviewed him on my Galactic Grace channel a couple times. He's getting some really good photographs, sending them to me. Let's see, I don't think I can really show them on here, but anyway, so kind of go forward with the war situation again. There has been a car bombing in Islamabad, and some people have lost their lives. I think up to 12. The Pakistanis are blaming both India and Afghanistan. And Modi is apparently having a special meeting. He's convening his top generals. We're talking about how to deal with Pakistan right now. So there may be a war cooking between India and Pakistan, but even if this doesn't do it, it's probably inevitable given that the Indians still haven't really turned the water back on to Pakistan. They're still controlling. Yeah, Pakistan did declare a state of war. So the water, but that don't mean they're really fully going to war yet. But that they have declared it. That's true. The water situation is that Pakistan is being starved by the headwaters to the Indus River. The Indians are looking to see how they could really permanently divert these waters. They got to let them loose sometime. Though. What would they do? Send them out at the wrong time and flood everybody downstream? I don't know. So this water situation is a powder keg over there. That is a real powder keg because if you starve a nation of water, they're going to do something. Palestine, Texas, reddish pink, beautiful. Hey, Palestine, Texas. That's where they got a lot of balloon facilities there for testing balloons. National Balloon Center. And that, have you ever been by there and seen these any of the balloon work there? So red is what I see. Okay, Colorado Jan sees red. Good. G5 solar storm. Well, I haven't seen that listed. I saw it listed last as a G4. To update and see if it's been listed, if they changed the listing. No, not yet. Not where I'm looking. G5. If it is a, if it is a G5, it'd be a weak G5 at this point. So maybe internally. Yes, I've seen it there. Okay. So the situation is that also Cambodia and Thailand are heating up. It looks like they're going to war. 8.67. Okay, so you're talking about the KP index? All right, so it's just shy. Yeah. When I was watching Tabitha Scove today, Dr. Scove, she's been asked if this would hit a G5. She said she didn't think it would. She thought it was going to be a strong, uh, very strong G4. If it is a G5, it'll probably be a weak one. But now, could, I mean, it's pretty strong out there. Tomorrow will be more interesting. I still don't expect it to cause any real problems at this point. Big Worm, heaven is on fire, according to Kiss. Heavens is on fire. There you go. Baby wants a ride. Baby wants a ride. Wants a rocket ride. Israel and Iran any day. Yeah. Now Iran's got they've been sending out armaments to their proxies again. Hezbollah, Hamas, however they can sneak them through. They're trying to arm up any proxy they can because they need a little help to apply pressure outside their own selves. So, and Venezuela. So they're trying to arm proxies as much. John M., I can see a faint glow in the north, Montgomery, Alabama. Wow. Wow. Interesting. That's way down south. We heard a report from Tabitha's a good channel for the same. Amen, Tabitha really is. She's probably the best, to be honest. She's really good. So I was about to say something she said, and I never forgot it. Anyway, she had a long podcast today on this, a long one. It went probably over an hour. So that was a long weather forecast. Like I said, she wasn't expecting a G5, but she said that the NOAA wouldn't actually predict a E5, a G5. She didn't think they would. So we'll see how that goes. Celestron 12 by 60 monoculars. Oh, sure afford to ride down there this morning. Yeah, I saw the advanced boats were already there. But I knew it was close. Daniel Fury says, without the hat, you look like Santa. The Santa the Stoner. Oh my gosh. Ho, ho, ho. I am Santa. I am northeast of Kansas City. I see nothing. Well, if you got the big city lights, you may not be able to. But it's kind of broken up. People are sitting in different places. So let's see here. Let's do a share again. Share screen. Ding, 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 ding. Where's this at? Let's click on this. That's Nebraska. Yeah, you expect to see them in Nebraska. Expect that in Nebraska. All right, this is the actual supposed current chart here. Let me do an update on this page. I think I just done it earlier though. Yeah, that's how I got this picture. Still saying it's a G4. As far south as Alabama, Texas and Alabama. I've got reports in Alabama. All right. Set update on this if there's anything new. Nope. Set update on this if it shows anything new. Nope. KP index is red, but it's not to 9. Okay, look here. It's not to 9. See that? It's right there. It's just over 8. It's not the 9. So I don't think we got a G5 yet. All right, guys, stop the share. Ding. I think it's a G5 yet. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. So anyway, I don't think this storm is anything to worry about. Let's just put it that way. Use your phone cameras. Tomorrow will be the best time to see the lights. I think so. I think so. I don't know if you can see the pictures that's on my camera on my phone here that my buddy sent me because it don't really show up too good in the camera right here, but I will try to show you at least one of them. Hang on, guys. Like that here. Show that. All right. I don't know if y'all can see. If I gotta hang it, put it in the angle for it to show, because if it come flat on, I don't think it'll show up right. Yeah, it does. There it is. That's in Alabama. Sorry about having my finger in the way. I didn't move it later. All right, Jason. So let's take care. Okay. North Alabama hiking, Greg. Since I can see the aurora in Alabama, wouldn't they technically be the Southern Lights? If you want to call them that, yeah, Greg. I sent you pics. Look at my Limestone County and Baldwin County, Alabama. Okay. Check the messages here. See what you're sending. Oh yeah, John sent me some. I got more from Bill Brown. Yep. This is whoops. How come it went out? Colonel Cole. Yeah, well, come on. That one's from Colonel Cole right there. He's getting them in North Alabama. Bill Brown is sending me more around Cassiopeia, the constellation Cassiopeia. That's a good one. You can see the stars in his. My camera's not that good. All right, so I'll just share them the pictures I got. If Rodney sees aurora, it's the southern light. Oh yeah, that's true. Now there is aurora down there. Let's see if I can pull that up. Hang on. The what shows on space weather is just the northern hemisphere, but if you go to NOAA, I have seen both of them. Here we are. Let me pull this up. Since we got people in the southern hemisphere, there we go. There's the aurora australis, and it's mainly on the side of the Pacific right now. Not quite as bright as the one here, and this looks like it may be dimming a little bit. It looks like it may not be as intense as it was. So there you are. There it is. So what's the bottom line? What's the takeaway from all this? The takeaway from all this is that, guys, this isn't anywhere near the strongest solar storms we could have. Even the Carrington event was the strongest solar storm we could have. And the Carrington event today would be far more dangerous than the Carrington event when it happened. There was also a 1921 railroad event, which took place, 61 years after the Carrington event, which, if it happened today, would probably take down our power grid. So we've got to really northern Arizona pick. Hey, Madison 95, you're in northern Arizona? Yeah, I saw some light red to the north from where I'm at. Verde Valley. Hey, Verde Valley. Okay. So, well, I'm up here near the snowflake area. I won't say exactly where, but I am in northeast Arizona right now. For those that don't know, I have relocated here. I've got things got to go stay. Okay, Ronnie, good to see you. Thank you for joining. But the bottom line is, guys, the sun is active. The sun can get us sooner or later if we don't get hard on our power grid. And right now, the power companies aren't doing much about it. The sun will most likely take it out. And it's likely to happen in our own lifetimes. Who knows? It could be just weeks away. We don't know. So we've got to get ready. We've got to be prepared. That's what I keep telling you guys. You got to get ready for it no matter what, because we can't take it for granted. Get your preps in order. Be prepared to live without power on the grid, and be prepared that it won't come back. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I tell you to do. Get your preps in order. That's why I tell you to buy seeds. That's why I tell you to learn how to garden ways you don't have to go to the store. Learn how to do compost. Get worms if you can. I'll plan to come out with a new deal for that here real soon. Y'all can get some worms. And eventually I may start selling again myself, but I'm planning just to keep it local. I don't plan to go big like I did before. So, and have barter items for trade. The dollar is really looking iffy right now. Oh, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Talking about the dollar looking iffy. Let me show y'all something. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. Look at this, guys. Let's do a share here. Look at gold. It's gone up. That's just the last time we talked. Almost quite a bit. $4,114. Silver, $51.20 per troy ounce. Wow. Guys, it just keeps going up. Our dollar is just looking shadier and shakier every day. So here, look at this. You find a better price somewhere else, they got a guarantee. They'll meet it or beat it. Meet it. Nobody else makes this promise. So you call them. They said they'll meet it to beat it. That's defythegrid.com. If you use discount code GreenGregs, you get 1% off. And what I like is these Goldbecks. You can put them in your wallet. They're small amounts of gold, like one thousandth of a troy ounce. And for this one, it's demonetized as a one. So you can trade these for fun, for smaller items, bread, eggs, whatever. Of course, I got my own chickens. I'll be looking to sell eggs, not buy them. So that'll be one of the things I'll bring to the market one day. So there we are, guys. Let's stop the share on that. I just wanted to share that with you for a minute because it's really crazy right now. The price of gold's unreal, but it just keeps going up. Like the last thing, hammerhead worms kills earthly. I don't want any hammerhead worms. Oh my gosh, keep the hammerhead, dude. Hammerhead worms, you can't smash them. If you smash them, you'll get 1,000 new ones. I'm like, every little particle of a hammerhead worm will make a new worm. I mean, anything. They're horrible. Buy heirloom seeds, exactly. You can check out my links to Eden Brothers and to True Leaf Market. Peak at platinum, yes. Yeah, gold has gone up and so much. It's been crazy just in a year, just straight up. But that really means our dollar is dying. That's what that means. And, we've got the BRICS countries trying to bring our own down. So don't be surprised, my friends. Don't be surprised. Okay, so you had a friend in Fairhope taking some pictures too. Colonel Cole did. You sending me more? All right, very good. Very good. Let me check my email a little fast to make sure there's no one in the email trying to send me a donation there. Nope. Not seeing it. Anyway, we got 140 watching. Wow. Can't be the blue Kachina, not visible to the naked eye. Yeah, all right. So this and 3i Atlas has turned green again. She's turned green again. Yeah, a blue Kachina should be blue eye naked, right? That's what they want, Venezuela. Last time the power went out, a stick pile on the latest few days. Well, guys, if we get a grid down from a coronal mass ejection, if we get a whole bunch of these large scale transformers fried, forget it. It's not coming back. Just forget it. Not, it's going to be awful. I'll go more of that in the future. They change color. They change colors. Okay. Alrighty, folks. I think we beat this horse enough. We know that we got a solar storm tonight. We'll probably have more solar storms tonight. 3i Atlas is so exciting. It is. I just did a video on my Galactic Greg's channel. If you've not seen it, go over and watch it. I do need the viewing hours, guys, because I'm trying to get the channel fully monetized. It is monetized for super chats. I only got one of those on there, but it's not monetized yet for advertising. So they got two different separate levels now for that. So it's not fully monetized. So I need all, and the only way I get that's watch time. So watch it as much as you can over there. So I'm trying to get that channel going. The funny thing was that I said about the 3i Atlas. Uh, I've actually got 3 other videos I want to produce. And every time I get ready to do another video, 3i Atlas rolls out with something new. So I said 3i Atlas, that's what I said in that video. I said 3i Atlas is like Saturday night's bad date. The one you want to forget because she was acting up so much. But, so you're trying to forget all about her. And long Monday or Tuesday morning comes around. The next thing you know, she's pulled up in the driveway, honking her horn. And if you don't pay her a lot of attention, she blows up. And indeed, it honked its horn. It signaled us with a RF signal, and she might have blown up. But just demanding attention. 3i Atlas constantly demanding attention. Yeah, like that date you want to forget. The one that more like the one you took to the company Christmas party, and she got drunk and was swinging from the top of the company Christmas tree. Never forget. There you go, Kathleen. I was having fun with it. Just having fun with it. You gotta poke a little fun with some of these things. Petrodollar is history in the Saudi deal. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, been on that date. There you go, Jason. How you doing, buddy? Been on that date. Yeah. I hear you, buddy. It's like, oh my gosh. I think 3i Atlas is that date. Just don't quit. A 3i Atlas equal a slump buster, something. Yeah. She just don't stop. She just keeps on honking her horn, going up the driveway. You're trying to forget her. They say 3i Atlas is out gassing hydrogen cyanide. That's not so unusual, really. I don't think we've seen cyanide gases before in these things. Anyway, so always something with it. Always something. We may see it may have broke up. Some people are now saying it didn't break up, so we'll see. It's a little hard to tell yet. We got to give it a little time just to see. Is she real? Says William Avery. Hey, William Avery, are you related to Jason? All right. Are y'all related? Hey, Jason, do you see anything in Oklahoma? Can you see any arrival? I love 3i, says Kathleen. There you go. The tail on 3i is then 3i's emptying the sewer tanks. Oh, that tail's too long, guys. That tail it should have a very impressive tail with a lot of mass in it, but it should not be as long as it is. It shouldn't be. That's what I was reporting on over there. And you do the numbers, it shouldn't be anywhere near as long as it is. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Flying purple people eater. That might be what it is. That may be what 3i Atlas is. 3-eyed, 3-horned, flying purple people eater. Remember that song, guys? Maybe a cluster. Well, we can't resolve it enough to know unless now because it sent out so much material. Ivy Loeb said it's either a lot bigger than we had imagined, maybe up to 23 kilometers in diameter, maybe bigger, or maybe it broke up. Maybe that's how it was able to sublimate so much material, because if you're just getting 700 joules per square meter, to have off gas as much as it did, there's something strange about it. So he's saying it could be a lot bigger. If it's over 20 kilometers, it could be resolvable by the high res camera on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, because its resolution's right at around almost 20 kilometers. Or it was at the distance that 3i Atlas was from that instrument when it made its closest approach. We don't see any pictures yet. Hello, NASA. Knock, knock, NASA. Let's see some pics. What you waiting on? Anyway, yeah, that would make a dent. That's huge. That is really huge. Coming to save us with healing frequencies, I hope. Oh, I don't know, Kathleen. That'd be nice if it was, but I doubt it. Cosmic septic system. Big worm is probably right. Cosmic septic system. I don't know. $2 grand from Trump. Yeah, I got to get my taxes done. I haven't ever got any of these stimuluses because I've always been too far behind on my taxes. So I missed out on every stimulus that went around. Probably missed this one too. NASA shut down. That's a terrible excuse, guys, because the high-res instruments operated by the University of Arizona. So how come we're not seeing it? I would really like to know. Maybe they can't release pictures without NASA's approval. I'm sure they got them. Alice has cosmic worms. Yeah, it might. Here's the other thing. The instruments on the Chinese Tianwen-1 satellite, the HiRIC instrument, kind of like high res. Their instrument's called HiRIC. They got pictures. Their cameras aren't as good as the ones on the high res for the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. So NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter probably has the best picture of 3i this will ever get if it ever gets released. If they even got the picture. Did they snap it? You would think they would have, but who knows? Maybe they had a technical problem. Atlas S Cosmos, 6 kilometers killed the dinosaurs. That's right, Dr. G-Man. 6-kilometer asteroid. Well, actually, it was a 10-kilometer asteroid. It was 10 kilometers, 6 miles. 10 kilometers, 6 miles. So, True Weather, how you doing, buddy? Seriously bright aurora in western Nebraska, I bet. All right, we'll have to stay tuned and see what we get. I think we're pretty much done tonight. We beat this horse quite a while. We've been here 52 minutes. We had quite a few people in the chat room. Did they dust storm that day? Dust storm? I don't know. Doubt they got a picture. They might not have. Who knows? But, the University of Arizona didn't go home. But, they should at least tell us they got one or not, right? They should tell us. Anyway, relaxing for a couple of days. Good for you, Chewy. Good for you. I'm gonna have to hit the hay early tonight. This cold, not cold. I actually got the COVID's what I got, guys. It knocked me for a loop, especially back Wednesday night, Thursday. I couldn't do diddle Thursday. And I was super sleepy yesterday. It's not an asteroid. Kathleen, I don't know what it is. Could be a cometary asteroid, asteroidal comet, crusted up comet. But, my dark forest, my dark fortress theory, which is an offshoot of dark forest, not the same. My dark fortress theory for answering the Fermi paradox, which I released on the Galactic Greg's channel, stipulates that this is exactly what they would live in. And if they were to come visit us, this would be how they would do it. And what would be a better time than while we are on the verge of suddenly breaking out as a civilization with new propulsion systems like Starship and maybe about to commence space mining. I'm fighting off a cold, tons of vitamin C, lots of rest. There you go, Jason. Good luck with that. Wish you the best. Most of us can't comprehend cosmic distance. That's very true. Zinc, Greg. I'm taking some zinc. I am. No, not shut up. What to shut up about, Kathleen? What is that all about? Did anybody say something about shutting up? I didn't hear anybody tell you that. All right, we do believe in freedom of speech here, guys. How many comments have really gotten a good look at? Not that many. Not that many, just a little bit. So there's still a lot to learn, guys. We still have a lot to learn. We still have a lot to learn. That's all we know. So we just got to keep looking and see what the mysteries really are. The Fermi paradox is a real mystery. It don't make sense. So why is it? Gotta love that vitamin C. Yes, ma'am, Kathleen. I bet eating pumpkin seed got zinc covered. There you go. Make a hot toddy, Greg. I can't do alcohol. It would throw me into tachycardia. Shoemaker Levy 9. This thing could look a lot like Shoemaker Levy 9 in a few months. She may string out. We'll see if the tidal forces of the sun break it up. We'll see soon enough. We'll know if it's broke up or not pretty soon. The comet Shoemaker Levy 9 was a comet that we need a starship-sized telescope up there. Amen, Jason. We need something to go intercept this thing to have a look at it. Mullen T. Yeah, didn't you say you sent me some or somebody did? I believe you did, didn't you, Chewy? I'll be looking for it. All righty, guys, let's call it a night. We beat this horse a fair bit. The Fermi paradox is a question we can't answer. That's why it's a paradox. That's why it's a paradox. As soon as you got an answer, the paradox dissolves. As soon as you got an answer, the paradox dissolves. I'm going to do some more on that over on Galactic Greg's. Happy CME on 1111 retrograde. There you go. Tachycardia might feel good. No, tachycardia scares the Jesus out of me. Oh, I had tachycardia Wednesday night. About anything over a heart rate of 100 is tachycardia. That's 100. That's 109. Say you're supposed to go to the emergency room at 120, but I wouldn't do it for that. So mullein on your land. I've seen it growing up around 77 going into show low. I don't see any here, Jesse. I haven't seen any here, but I've seen it sprouting up there. I meant to grab some seeds, but last time I looked, I didn't see any seed heads. Maybe somebody beat me to it. You know where 77 goes into deuce of clubs? Just before he gets to deuce of clubs, there's something more on the right. Pretty good patch. Yeah, John M., I got a space channel called Galactic Greg's. I think I posted a link to my last video in the what do you call it? If you go to my Green Greg's channel and you look at the notes, they used to call it community page. They got a new name for it now. That you'll see links there. What was it? They call it, change the name of it. I forget what they call it now. It's not Galactic Greg, it's Galactic Greg's. There's a Galactic Greg, which is a preacher. There's a Galactic Greg's with apostrophe S, which is a comic shop. And then there's a Galactic Greg's, no apostrophe, which is me. Hang on, maybe I'll pull up something and can put a link in here. Give me a second. Give me a second here if I can find it. Ding, 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 ding. In fact, I will just copy this last video and drop it here in this chat. Thank you, John M. There you go. That was the last video I just did there. Hey, 12 Bravo, how you doing in Georgia? Put your bare feet on the earth, and you too, tachycardia will slow down. All righty. Well, guys, let's call it a night. We've been on here for 59 minutes, about an hour. So let's call it a night so I can do some other things. I got lots to do. So I want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you much for keeping the channel clean. And just thank you, everybody. Let me do check one more time. My email, make sure nobody has sent me anything to my. Oops, sorry, I typed it in wrong. Need passwords. Okay. Nope, I don't have certain people in the house. No. Okay. So let's call it a night, folks. And we'll see what tomorrow night holds in store. If we get some more solar storms, if we get better, more intense. So just whatever you do, keep looking up. It's getting interesting, but do get your preps in order. Stay warm out there. Amen. Your video is on top of 4chan. What is that? 4chan. I don't even know what 4chan is. Your video is on top of 4chan. To check that out, whatever that is. Well, I can't be a mod. You've been pretty good, girl. Most times when somebody asks me a mod, they don't get to be a mod. You have been pretty good, so I'll make you a mod. All right, Kathleen, you have been knighted. Oh, Jesse Mills asked the right question. Sorry, I almost forgot. Almost forgot. How many eggs did we get today? Oh, knocked my head off the. Get here. Yes, that's the hat I wear outside. Well, it's getting cool. I might have to change hats. How many eggs I get today, folks? First guess gets it. How many eggs I harvest today? Thank you, Jesse, for reminding me of that. All right, Traveler got it. Wow, second guess was right. Traveler, 2 eggs. That's how many I got today. 2 eggs. There they are, 2 eggs. That's what I gathered today. I had them sitting here just for this purpose, and I almost forgot. Thank you, Jesse, for reminding me. 2 eggs. We got 2 eggs today. Thank you, Jesse. Our favorite little end of the podcast game here is the egg count guess. How many eggs I got today? So that's a kind of an object lesson. Everybody needs to be considering homestead and getting independent. I got worms too. I did check on my worms today. Every worm bed has worms, living worms in it. All 10 of my sled bed worm beds out there have worms in them. Yeah, that's breakfast. That's exactly right. I've got quite a few, actually. They'll keep for about a month. Put the hat on. You're starting to look like a paleontologist. Well, you've probably seen some of my videos from outside. I'm wearing this hat. Been wearing it outside all summer. Man, because it stays on my head pretty good. It don't blow off too easy. A lot of the other hats blow off. You got 2 eggs also, huh? Very good. Cackleberries, exactly. Cackle fruit, cackleberries. Exactly. Yeah, that old hat. I've actually had that hat for, I don't know, over 10 years. I bought it at one of the X Prize Cups in New Mexico. Actually, I bought it at a Walmart in New Mexico because I knew I'd be standing outside that X Prize Cup. And I know it was been over 10 years ago, probably 12, probably about 12 years ago. But I was at this X Prize Cup event. And I've actually went 2 different years and stood out in the sun with our displays that we had, their space stuff. And I needed to be outside in the sun all day. I knew I had to put something on my head, so I ran to Walmart and got a hat. Had it ever since. So this is a hat that's been around. I had to, so it wouldn't get crushed. I wore it back in an airplane on the way home. And it's got crushed anyway. It's just got folds and creases in it. But I tried to straighten it out and make it somewhat manageable as a hat. And it works. This is the one hat that don't blow off my head. All the other hats blow off my head, including one you used to see me wear all the time on here. And they're both summer hats. This one's a summer hat. Because they're all vented, you see. They're all vented. But this hat blows off my head. It's a heavier hat than that one. You wouldn't think it would, but it does. So in the event, yeah, we get some real crazy winds around here. Real crazy winds. Janelle mine. Wiry, skinny, and very high metabolism. Okay, good for you. 2 eggs is a snack. Okay. Well, I can always mix them with something else. Actually, I got more eggs. I normally make an omelet out of 3 eggs, 3 egg omelet. So occasionally I'll take 2 eggs and put them in the bottom of a bowl and throw them in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then they're basically fried, and make a sandwich out of them. Egg sandwich. That's two things. That's two ways to fix it. We always need hats. Amen. I've got a hat that I was wearing here last winter that's kind of a felt hat, and I don't know where it went off to. I started looking for another one. That one fit me pretty good, and it's real nice. I may have to get another one. I don't know where it went. I mean, how do you lose something? How do you lose something that big in a tiny house, huh? This bottom floor is not, not 200 square feet. The same above me. How do you lose a big hat in a tiny house? That's a good question. But I've lost a number of things. That's kind of crazy, right? You're always hungry. Okay. Oh, yeah. An unintelligent person would say that there's no correlation with solar storms and earthquakes, period. Well, Dave, Tabitha Scove is one of the smartest dang people there is. So don't say that. She is extremely intelligent. So, but that is what she's put out today. And it's not me saying, I just told you what she said. So, yeah, we got to go, guys. Wally World, right? Check the vans. Good point, Jesse. It might be hiding in the van. I did find some house shoes that was hiding in the van, and another pair of shoes. Yeah, because I lived in my vans. Seriously, I lived in my vans here until January. Well, I've spent a lot of time living in vans out here. A lot of time. I was a man in the van down by the wash to the river here. Anyway, guys, let's call it a night. So once again, thank you, mods, for everything you've done keeping the channel clean. And thank you, all you, for watching tonight. Please share my videos, because the bottom line here is that we want to stay safe. You like Arizona? Yeah, I like it here. I love it. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. I got no qualms about it whatsoever. Got a lot of friends around here. I got a lot of friends back in Alabama. So, but there's, you can see that some of my Arizona friends are in the chat room here tonight. So, laugh at protein. Oh, Lord. Anyway, I do need to run. So, again, thank you all for watching. To one and all, a good day, good night, wherever you are. And with that, I'm going to say,